ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। ॐ निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणाचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास सद्गुरवे शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदादि भागवताचार्येभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः। Chant from mantra 30. रत्नानां पद्मरागोऽस्मि पद्मकोशः सुपेशसां कुशोऽस्मि दर्भजातीनां गव्यमाज्यं हविष्वहं व्यवसायिनाम् अहं लक्ष्मीः कितवानां चलग्रहः तितिक्षास्मि तितिक्षूणां सत्वं सत्त्ववतामहं ओजः सहो बलवतां कर्माहं विद्धि सात्वतां सात्वतां नवमूर्तीनाम् आदिमूर्तिरहं परा विश्वावसुः पूर्वचित्तिः गन्धर्वाप्सरसामहं भूधराणामहं स्थैर्यं गन्धमात्रमहं भुवः अवां रसश्च परमः तेजिष्ठानां विभावसुः प्रभासूर्येन्दुताराणां शब्दोऽहं नभसः परः ब्रह्मण्यानां बलिरहं वीराणामहमर्जुनः भूतानां स्थितिरुत्पत्तिः अहं वै प्रतिसङ्क्रमः गत्युक्त्युत्सर्गोपादानम् आनन्दस्पर्शलक्षणम् आस्वादश्रुत्यवघ्राणम् अहं सर्वेन्द्रियेन्द्रियं पृथिवी वायुराकाशः आपो ज्योतिरहं महान् विकारः पुरुषो व्यक्तं रजः सत्त्वं तमः परम् अहमेतत् प्रसङ्ख्यानं ज्ञानं तत्त्वविनिश्चयः महेश्वरेण जीवेन गुणेन गुणिना विना सर्वात्मनापि सर्वेण न भावो विद्यते क्वचितो संख्यानं परमाणूनां कालेन क्रियते मया न तथा मे विभूतीनां सृजन्तोऽण्डानि कोटिशः तेजः श्रीः कीर्तिः ऐश्वर्यं ह्रीस्त्यागः सौभगं भगः वीर्यं तितिक्षा विज्ञानं यत्र यत्र समेंशकः एतास्ते कीर्तिताः सर्वाः संक्षेपेण विभूतयः मनोविकारा एवैते यथा वाचाभिधीयते वाचं यच्छ मनो यच्छ प्राणान् यच्छ इन्द्रियाणि च आत्मानम् आत्मना यच्छ न भूयः कल्पसे ध्वने यो वै वाङ्मनसि सम्यक् असंयच्छन्धियायतिः तस्य व्रतं तपो ज्ञानं स्रवत्यामघटाम्बुवत तस्मान्मनोवच प्राणान् नियच्छेन्मत्परायणः मद्भक्तियुक्तया बुद्ध्या ततः परिसमाप्यते। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे षोडशोऽध्यायः। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Suta Sharanam Mama, Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Shri VYASA Sharanam Mama, Shri Narada Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अमृतसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मा मुञ्चित घरेचित्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कंदः मुक्तिरित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। Saluting to the Lord, to entire Bhagavata Acharyas, invoking their grace at all our layers of personality so that our life is on right track. In life, there are two things. One is called Prarabdha, another is called Purushartha. Prarabdha we cannot touch, it is already set in. But for future, slowly we can mold our future Prarabdhas by the present Purushartha. If this one aspect clicks to our head, and because of whatever past done, in the present the Prarabdha will lead us at the body level and all level, let it go on. But right now onwards, I am doing my positive purushartha of all dharma, of all punya, of all adhyatmikata. Then for us, the future prarabdha would be better in the materialistic external world. In this purushartha, if the purushartha is the pursuit of Paramatma himself through the study of Shastra and Dhyanam, then there will be such a prarabdha of atmanubhuti, after which there is no prarabdha purushartha at all in life. We go beyond that. So, one of the most important purushartha is filling our bosom with the divine thoughts. One technique for that is the continuous practice of Bhagavan's Vibhootis. Means, as said in Gita and Bhagavatam, and also by our choice, trying to visualize his presence. Some samples Bhagavan is giving to us here in Bhagavata. This sample practice should make you so thorough that we are able to practice what? The presence of Lord everywhere. By that, what should happen is our own antakarana should be rectified, purified. First, purified from all its impurities of wrongly taking the world, then rectified of its misunderstandings. Then the whole vision changes. Then you and I, as though live as Jiva, but we live as Jiva also in a most comfortable manner. Like many live like us human life, but no problem, health problem, nothing. Means what? They did good purushartha that led to this prarabdha. Among them, some have taken up spirituality, therefore, spiritual sort of results of various visions, various experiences they are getting. One rare among them has attempted for the highest and he has recognized the Lord or the Self in himself. This is how In the world, the jivas evolve. Where do we stand? We only know. So, from there, where to go and how to walk, we must know and consciously keep one by one step ahead. One day we will reach out. So, Bhagavan says, everything is me, but for your practice, these are my abodes, these are my places, or in this form, I am only there, or myself only expressing as that. This is a necessary, inevitable practice to be done along with the Vedantic logical Tattva Vichara of trying to establish Ekameva Dvayam Brahma as we are doing in our morning Upanishad classes. So, morning Upanishad classes should be complemented, supported, substantiated by evening class of Upasana of the Vibhuti. So, too, the evening class Vibhutis will be substantiated by the morning class where we are doing the inquiry about Ekavevadvayam. Even Ajativada we are studying in Mandukya. So, in the same way, when whatever these sometimes gunas are also said, no, gunas are found in us, our same gunas are seen in the world around. Remember that they are all Bhagavan's expressions only. Thus, when the Maya tries to establish Diva Jagat Ishvara, we have to establish only Ishvara. That is our effort. What Maya does is, world is in front of you, we are a part of it. You desire for the world, go for the world. If it doesn't come to you, make the world as your enemy. If you get it, you become attached. This is how the Maya in us works. And what we have to do to conquer Maya, not giving importance to those things, but in visualizing the Lord only, His vibhutis only. This is how, with that churning of this practice, slowly in the beginning, though the visha of frustration, difficulties, they come, but one continuously does if, then the amrita of knowledge and experience also dawns. Pakka, there is no doubt. But consistency we have to have. Having said so, even at the Vyavahara level also, when we visualize Bhagavan's Vibhuti, it helps us in more purity of mind. Our relativity also becomes little rectified and beautified. So even there also, there can be a nice happiness. At least we have to be happy, peaceful in our antakarana with our right values and visions. If we can grow spiritually also, that is more greater. So that is how Shastras help us. Now here, in the 16th chapter of 11th Skandha, we are seeing Bhagavan telling us Vibhutis. We saw in 30th sloka, Ratnanam Padmaragosmi. Among all jewels, I am Padmaraga Ratna. Then Padmakoshaha Supeshasam. Most beautiful bud of lotus is my own beauty. So in the Padmaraga, its Astitva is Bhagavan. Its solidity is Bhagavan. It is Ranga is Bhagavan. Therefore, its attractive power, the beauty, also is Bhagavan. So Bhagavan expresses like that. In the same way, Padma Koshaha Supeshasam. So from that lotus, what do you call, plant in the waters when you leave, that beautiful bird coming out and enchanting the entire surroundings with the little blossom, not fully. It's so beautiful. So in that also, I am the bird means what? The bird's creation in that. I myself being inside the nala of the bird, lotus, slowly myself expressing as that unimaginable beauty called as lotus bud. Nobody can make it. It's if anybody makes it's artificial only. So that is me. That means what? Whenever you see Padmaraga, Bhagwan hai. Whenever you see Supeshaha, Bhagwan hai. So what is happening? Eyes are seeing lotus. Mind also is saying lotus. But the Intellect which studied Bhagavata says it is Lord in that form. The more we do it, the ideas or thoughts of Lord are more in us. The names and forms of the world get reduced. This is the minimum sadhana we have to do. Then we saw Vyavasayinamaham Lakshmi. Before we do the Vyavasaya, the Lakshmi is the desire to do Vyavasaya and the intelligence to do Vyavasaya and the strength to do Vyavasaya. Is it not? Vyavasaya means any hard work. So before working hard, the desire to work hard. Then the intelligence as to how to work hard. Then the strength is required. That Lakshmi is me. Then when that Vyavasaya is done, hard work, definitely the corresponding result comes. That also is Lakshmi, that also is me. In this way, if you see, the Karana is Bhagavan only, the cause, the Karya also is Bhagavan, the effect. So the Karya Karanata is a Leela of Bhagavan in his own self, on his own self, or a Kalpita on him, or an entertainment, whatever the way you take it, but he is the Lakshmi in all Vyavasaya. So, little thought, Sankalpa, ki I will work hard. This much if we have, Lord will give the required Lakshmi to do that work. And every output or every work has its own wonderful result in some or the other form. And we always have to enjoy that phala. Karma, karma phala, upasana, upasana phala, then the jnana phala, mukti. All the three are there. But even vyavahara level, vyavasayinam aham lakshmi. संकल्प कर दो मैं व्यवसाय करूंगा, he will give all the inner energy strength, and with whatever strength given to us also we must do the vyavasaya and get that result of Lakshmi. And then any place you see, entire world globe, the Lakshmi or the Kanti or the liveliness is there in this Prithvi. Is it not because of the Vyavasaya? Even when you go to a jungle, no human beings there. Still there is some Lakshmi Kala. Why? Because there are some birds chirping, some animals are moving, making their own sounds, some plants whispering to each other with the winds, and some small rivulet flowing there, and the winds hitting the mountains, making a sound, or some sound in those caves. Is it not? More minutely, if you listen, even the sounds of the small insects, crickets, and all. Imagine all of them are muted. None of them are working. The dead jungle is dead only. So that Vyavasaya, which whatever the beings that are there, they are doing, is bringing Lakshmi to it. Go into the waters, there you see. Every of the fishes, small, big, are doing their own Vyavasaya. That's why there's a liveliness called as Lakshmi. In the same way, the entire human race also are wonderfully putting efforts. That's why the Lord is blessing in the form of all these scientific discoveries which are adding to our own comforts and joys called as Lakshmi. No scientist works, let us say, no physicist works. अब क्या होगा? There is no Lakshmi, no Kala. Is it not? There will always some lazy sukha in Nidra, but real joy is only in Vyavasaya. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy working hard and create and distribute the results to everyone. This should be an idea. काम करते रहो, कमाते जाओ, सबको बांटते चलो, आगे बढ़ो. It's like Surya Bhagavan. What work he is doing, exactly details we don't know, but he is bringing out of him that urja, that shakti, that energy, that light, that heat, and going on supplying to all the three worlds. Don't we see that? The tree, continuously working and giving us everything. Therefore, the insignia of Bhagavan's presence in us is Vyavasaya. That Vyavasaya, when we do, the life is filled with a special charm. That charm is called as Lakshmi. Okay? शॉर्टकट में बताओ तो मेहनत करो तो फल मिलेगा. मेहनत भी मैं ही कराऊंगा, फल भी मैं ही दूंगा. तुम्हें तैयार होना है बस. रूल समझकर कि बिना मेहनत का फल फल नहीं मिलता. जितना फल चाहिए उतना मेहनत करना है. जितना मेहनत करोगे उतना फल मिलेगा. मेहनत करने के सारे शक्तियां मैं ही दूंगा, लेकिन निश्चय तुम्हारा है. इंटेंशन इज yours. All boils down to one thing, our own intention. Intention in terms of goal, ki that's what I want to achieve. In terms of I'll work to achieve it. Don't ask anything pocket में, free में. No need. करो. Anyway, so Vyavasayinam Aham Lakshmi is a beautiful vibhuti. Then Kitavanam Chalagraha. Kitavanam means those who are the cheats. Kaitava is cheating, like Dharma Projita Kaitava. No malice, no cheat in Bhagavata. So here Kitavanam, those who are the Chalagrahi or cheaters, in them, Chalagraha. I am that intelligence in them also by which they are doing the cheating. No, this also is Bhagavan, but doesn't mean you use it. Why then it also has to be Bhagavan? Then only Bhagavan is infinite, that is accepted. Just like the poison also is Bhagavan. That doesn't mean you offer it as a Naivedyam and you consume it. That common sense we have to have. Every living being is empowered by him only at all his levels of personality. Therefore, if somebody is cheating you, be careful, don't get cheated. Same time, no need to fight with him and all. The Lord only functioning in that form, only to teach us that let us be more intelligent, not to be cheated by others. Kitavanam chala. Then Dyutam chalayatamasmi in Gita. Dyutam chalayatamasmi. In the Dyuta Krida, what the Chalakapata is done, that is me. And all this gambling, etc., falls in this category only. In all that, little more experienced and intelligent fellow manipulates in such a way that he deceits the and defeats the lesser experienced person. Chalagraha. मैं ही हूँ वो भी. Okay. So our mind need not be. See, the idea of this type of vibhuti is what? Our mind should not be polluted by any such happenings. Even in those things also, we should be able to visualize Lord, encash that also for our own upasana of vibhuti. Kitavanam chalakra is a vilakshana vibhuti. In Gita, dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. Kama bhi मैं ही, क्रोध भी मैं हूँ. All of that is my own expression. Hmm. The honesty has its value because of some dishonesty somewhere. They're opposite to each other. That doesn't mean we have to be dishonest. It's just explaining. If everybody is good, there's no meaning to goodness. Therefore, for the world to run, which is managed by goodness, as a competitor, something bad also, Lord keeps there. This is the niyama of the world. We need not be bad. We have to be good and evolve, no doubt about it. Next one is very important. Titikshasmi titikshuna. I am the patience, I am the perseverance. Titiksha in all the titikshu. The titiksha in the trees also. When there is a too hot summer, too heavy rains. Is it not? Titiksha in all the birds, bechare, when heavy rains or winds blow, their even nests go away. They can't even fly. You can see that. But they have their own titiksha. Animals sometimes they don't get their prey, but they have their own patience. In the same way, we as a human beings to protect ourselves from our own reacting mind, sensitive mind. One very important quality we have to learn is titiksha. सहनम सर्वदुःखानाम अप्रतीकारपूर्वकम चिंता विलापरहितम सा तितिक्षा निगद्यते. A complete definition in Vivek Chudamani. The two types of titikshas are one, the world when it inflicts some problems to us, naturally out of prarabdha only. There also with titiksha respond. So to within ourselves also, when the body, mind, intellect doesn't cooperate, that time also wait for the time, have titiksha, let the bad moments go, welcome the good moments and encash them. Third, we are on the path of sadhana. Na? In this path of sadhana, razor edges, every moment there is tiredness, there is exhaustion, there is a fear, there is the fear about uncertainty. Sometimes big obstacles come. Devatas themselves create obstacles. We already studied in other textbooks. They will test us like Hanumanji is going. All devatas have sent that Surasa Nama Ahina Kai Mata. Patani Ai Kai Tei Bata. Aj Swarnamai Dina Ahara. Same way, all that come. Then if you don't have titiksha, then in that flood of happening, we get flown and blown. You know, especially when we do sadhana, all kama krodha attack. You have to have titiksha. People will question us, doubt us. They say, ये क्या कर रहे हो साधना वाधना सब छोड़ो. Let's enjoy the world. So you have to be very careful to their temptation. Titiksha. Is it not? To all the difficulties, tests. What a titiksha means? Forbearing. The more we forbear, the more we become stronger. More we are stronger, less will be the influence of all these outer and inner inflictions, just like immunity. The stronger is our immunity, none of the bacteria fungus will attack us, virus. Titiksha is immunity. Lesser and lesser titiksha, more prone to reactions. In reaction, we only do wrong thing. Then already the thing is wrong. With reaction, we add some more wrongness to it, then we only invite more and more problems. So, children do something wrong, titiksha. Then inquire, root cause, go to root. Then try to eliminate from there with patience. How do you take out a thorn if it goes? You just ऐसा फैक्टर नहीं करते आप. With titiksha, slowly you do it and take out. So too, the weather is not good, the government is not good, the family members are not supporting, the boss is not supporting. See, ये सब तो सबको होते हैं. If you run behind them, you keep on running only. With forbearance only we have to withstand. Then focus on our strengths, increasing our shaktis. And all shaktis are in Adhyatmikata. Go on developing Adhyat. In Gita, तो very spashta. मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः आगमा अपायिनः नित्याः तान् तितिक्षस्व भारत. He did not say that I will remove your dukkha. He says you develop titiksha. Titikshasva. Matra sparshaha. Shita ushna sukha dukkha. All pairs of opposite. They come, they go. You have to only have titiksha. The insults, if they are due, we will get. Non-cooperations, if they are due, we will get them. Failures, if we are due, we will get them. You can't avoid. React karoge, then you will do more mistakes. And then the negative reaction, if you do that of withdrawal, then we are not doing purusharth. Life is very tricky. You can't be angry and fight with others, and you can't be aloof without involving. You have to involve without being angry or reacted, and while involving, no mistake should happen from our side. This is a complete balanced maturity. That's called titiksha. Always remember Gurudev's Titiksha. If the body was so much troubling, yet he was going through all medication and all, he was not, never gave up his work of the Shastra Prachara till the last breath. Is it not? Titiksha have. Is the cooperation came from everywhere? No, so what? Titiksha. Many people, in many ways, troubled him, cheated. ये तो होता ही है. But then the titiksha. To that titiksha, when you add karuna, when you add prema, then you are excelling in your great sadhana. But minimum to start with is what? Titiksha asmi titikshona. Or whoever are suffering the inflictions imposed by us. Because we are an ego, we have our own raga, dvesha. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are troubling so many, but they are having titiksha in them. In that way, Bhagavan only working through them as titiksha. Thus, those people are not reacting and retaliating to fight with us. Sometimes wife becomes angry. Husband is in titiksha. He becomes angry. She is in titiksha. Children are scolded by parents. They are in titiksha. If तितिक्षा इज नॉट देयर कंटिन्यूस क्वारल होता रहता है इसलिए ब्यूटी है लाइफ में सो तितिक्षास्मि तितिक्षूणाम appreciate wherever that forbearance is there and we also should develop that so let's now right now only close and pray Bhagavan whatever prarabdha brings to me let me have titiksha to forbear it and please intensify my sankalpa to do the sadhana to reach you. Okay. Tidikshaasmi tidikshunam. Sattvam sattvavatam aham. Sattva is actually strength. All strengths common noun is sattva. So whoever are strong, more specifically it will be told next sloka, baad mein bhi, I am the strength in the strong. Gurudev, strength in the strong and the splendor in the splendid. Tejasyasmi vibhavasam jivanam sarvabhutesh. Life in all the living. These are vibhutis in Gita in 7th chapter. 10th also, 7th, 9th, 7th chapter, 9th chapter, 10th, हर जगह भगवान अपनी विभूतियां बताते हैं गीता में. They are also सत्वम सत्ववतामहम. Is it not? It's a consciousness should be basically there. Though it is non-apprehendable by any of the equipments, we can't deny its presence. And it is omnipresent, therefore, wherever the potency is there, it is its only, therefore, only it is omnipresent, potent also. Sarva Shaktiya Sattva Bhagavan ki. Is it not? Whether it is small ant struggling to carry one small grain of sugar, it has its own sattva. You can see, or a huge elephant, big logs of wood, it is lifting and pulling. सत्व दोनों में ही हूं सत्वम सत्वतामह so the power in all powerful is me small power big power any big power and any power any sattva sattva is strength sattva also sattva guna also you can say sattva guna as well as strength it is me only therefore wherever sattva is there strength it is intellectual strength physical strength whatever recognize Lord there rather than becoming jealous. Human life's one of the problem is seeing other strengths or achievements, we feel jealous. No, all are fellow beings. And if somebody is strong, he has done something for it, appreciate it. What is your problem? Why should you have a problem? You want strength, you practice it, you get it. Sattvam sattvatamaham, strong. In general, the strength means what? At every period of the history, some beings are sattvavan. No, same person doesn't stay. At that time, whoever is in the power, sattva, that power is our Lord only. And nobody is permanent that way, in that power position also. We are seeing in front of our own eyes how many fields, may how many people became Sattvavan, dominated, taking the political field. Listen to in 70s, 80s, those names which we used to listen every day in radio. Yamakashavani, Samprati, Varta, Shriyantan. Where are all of them? But that time, they were everyday news and commanding every situation. Where are those of 90s? Where are those of 2000 millennium? Those are Daswale. Those are better was. But that time, Sattva in every field. Now they are there. No, nobody is permanent. We were also in one or the other field strong one time or the other. So our Sattva at that time was he only. We were officers commanding such a big force. That time that was a char. Now that is not there, but other Sattva is there that we are alive. We are attending classes, we are understanding. ये भी एक सत्व ही है. That is me. Sattvam sattvatam aham. हो गया. Next comes that सत्व का ही expansion है. ओजः सहः बलवताम. ओजः सहः बलवताम. So if you take sattva as physical strength, then ojaha you can take as manah strength, sahaha is indriya shakti. सो इंद्रिय नियंत्रणा शक्ति, इंद्रिय नियंत्रण करने से शक्ति जो आता है, मन का निग्रह करने से जो शक्ति आता है, दैट वन ओजः सह. सह इज सहन शक्ति, लिटिल बिट लाइक तितिक्षा ओनली. सह तितिक्षा, दे गो टुगेदर. सहनम, that's how titiksha is defined by shankara as sahanam sarva dukkhanam. It's called saha. ओजः तेजः. लिटिल चोट लगा, तुरंत दुखी हो जाते हैं. सो उसमें साह नहीं है उनके पास. बड़ा सा चोट भी लगा, बुखार है 104, दे आर नॉट एट ऑल perturbed. That's called saha shakti is there. So the mind is very powerful there. Yeah, it has happened. Treatment is going on. And ojas shakti is mainly of the indriyas and deha. When they are disciplined, when they are given various good foods, also when they are given variety of yoga, the sadhanas, they all get the ojas in them. More than all this is the anushtanas, upanas. When we do Devi Upasana, when you do, a different ojas and tejas is there. Shiva Upasana do. Pura saal ek har din I'll do Rudra. These are all divine ojas and tejas. So the intellectual ojas tejas because of knowledge. The emotional ojas tejas because control of mind. The indriya ojas tejas because discipline. Physical sattva because good food and all. Then the spiritual ojas because for long time doing variety of all the adhyatmikas. And all of them are required at different levels of our performance and achieving the goals. Nothing is redundant. Everything is required. सत्व भी चाहिए हमको, ओजः भी चाहिए कि सहन भी चाहिए. All that is given by him when we tune to him. Even if we don't tune to him, his own expression is the world. If you serve the world, that time also he provides all of them to us. Even if we don't know that the world is expression of Lord, simple common sense. All are fellow beings, everybody should be happy. I have more power, strength to work, or I desire us to work. Let me work for them. Even this thought you have, the Lord will give Ojaha Sahaha. When we are not devotee of Lord or Nastik hai, there is a problem to Lord. It is problem to us. Yeah, because he has no problem, even to the Nastikas also he supplies. Because when the children don't believe parents, still the parents give all wealth to children only, useless fellows. Lord is the father of all of us. Therefore, he will always replenish. Ojasaha balavatam. This word you very famously listen, Ojasvi Pravachan. Ojasvi, गद्य ओजस्वी पद्य, है ना, ओजस्वी उनका प्रेजेंस. There are some people and their presence means lot of sadhana when it is done, that ojas tejas becomes so much in them that they in their presence influence everybody around. That's all very sublime topics. They are beyond the body expressions of every individual. Like whatever kama, krodha, lobha, moha negative, or whatever sadgunas, or whatever jnanam I have, in me and around me, that ojas is there, and that influences others. Like Gurudev, his ojas is so much that he just starts from Bombay to come to Hyderabad. Already the people in Hyderabad are influenced. That Gurudev is coming. So much joy, so much jubilation. We have enjoyed all that. Different. And he lands in the airport or train. Hare Rama, when he comes onto the dais, one person, 50,000 are listening, 40,000 are listening. His presence only, talk. That's God of Ojas. That is all divine Ojas. Atma Anubhava, Brahma Anubhava Ojas it is. Nothing greater than that. Is it not? Beautiful it is. And what is it? It is His only. सारे उन ब्रह्मज्ञानियों का शक्ति वही परमात्मा का है. ओजस बलवता. हो गया. नाउ कर्म अहम विद्धि सात्वता. देखो Sattvatam, those people who are Sattvaguni, and what a beautiful Satkarmas of Sattvic karmas they do for the sake of the world, all that is me. 90% may be non-positive, but it is the 10% positive because of whom any time the world history runs. Is it not? Karma aham sattvatam. Sattvatam means those who have pure heart and want to serve the world, that are Sattvaguni people, and their karma mahi. And then I tell you, what we see in paper and TV, just it's one, not even 1%. That also more sensational. But then, if you really go into nook and corner of our nation, every moment, at thousands and thousands of places, the Sattvika people are doing beautiful Sattvika karmas. Somebody is giving Annadanam somewhere. Somebody doing the Vastradanam somewhere. Somebody is treating the patients free of cost. Somebody is giving ashray to stay. Arre baapre, kya nahi? You know what a goodness that is there every time in the world. Through you and also every day some great good thing is happening. Is it not? The consolations that are given, the assurances that are given, the inspirations that are given, the opportunities that are provided. These are all the karmas of the Satoguni people. Wonderful it's going on. You know, a small smile given itself is a Satvaguna karma. That in that also Bhagavan is there. The world needs all these helps all the time. The jivas who are there at every period of history are at a very low ebb seeking evolution and help. Those who understand, those who are matured, they have to invoke all the good qualities. With these good qualities, they should do the service to them. Those good qualities, sattva, and the karma done is karma. So I am the karma in those sattvatam. On the road, the stones are there. Somebody comes and removes that. That is a sattvic karma. अगर एक किसको accident होगा क्या पता? No, those are beautiful days of this type of sensitivity, out of respect for nation and out of their own feeling of responsibility and out of feeling that the dharma, the values that are taught by the predecessors. You should be so responsible. You know, आजकल कुछ नहीं. Is it not? No, like कुछ भी हो, like we stay in fourth floor, third floor, ऊपर से कुछ गिरा, then the pillar from below goes and gives that to the upper above. आजकल कुछ भी हो आके लेगा, नहीं तो नहीं, हम नहीं, टायर पंक्चर हो गया. बताते थे भाई पंक्चर जा आओगे गिरने दो वो कहीं, why should I tell? That's not non-sattvic, insensitive and selfish. Is it not? I'm just giving very fine, minute, simple examples. The sattvatam means that heart, karma in them. In them, mainly the Rishi Munis, they all come. And all professionals who are honestly doing their work, loyal to their works, professions, they're all sattvata only, mind you, because of them only what is running. And in that karma, if you can see, is it not? The medical staff nowadays, see those nurses and all, keeping their own life at risk. How can we be without lifting our hands and saluting them? Is it not? All these ready people every day come and shout and sell the things to us. Give us all Sattvatam, karma, vichare. These big markets, only 5-10%, 20-50% go. Baki sab, throughout the day, standing in those marketplaces, in all those shops and all, whole day they are doing karma for us to provide. If you can forget that person's outer expression and see in him that ability to work and kindness, you have learned the art of seeing subtler, and that is God. If you see all that, where is the place where God is not there that way? He alone is expressing. So, that kindness and compassion of Lord expressing through so many forms is facilitating our own survival and evolution. If this goes deep in your heart, can we be without devotion? Can we be without gratitude? Can we be without surrender? बताओ. Once these three things come, there's a problem in life. भक्ति, कृतज्ञता, शरणागति, ये तीन चीज हृदय में आ जाए तो हो गया जन्म धन्य. Okay, establish in that. Rest is there's nothing. I mean, reveling in this, whatever is required is taken care. To karma ham satvatam. Therefore, instruction given to us in this is what? Become sattvika and in the interest of world, keep on doing karma. At least the manasika karma of prayers. At least the vachika karma of some words of love, kindness. The karma of the ankh, eye of just looking with their concern. Let us do it, and that moment the Lord is in you. Already the Lord in you. Like when you go to Guru, when he looks at us and invites us, welcomes us, Betavata, we say our problem, then he gives solution. That sattvika karma of consoling solution giving is the Lord in that. Guru Maharaj. Okay. Next comes Sattvatam Navamurtinam Adimurti Aham Para. So there are 9 expressions of Narayana, Bhagavan. Among them, I am the first one. All 8 also mine only. They are what? Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, then Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, 7 हो गए ना. वराह नारसिम्ह वामन अनंत अनंत हो गया. संकर्षण इज इक्वल अनंत ओनली. वामन भी हो गया. So these are Navamurtis of the Lord are there. Varaha, Vamana, Narasimha, and 2. Hayagriva, one more form. 5 हो गया. These 4. Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. There are 9 forms of Lord. Starts is Vasudeva. That Vasudeva is me among these Navamurtis. Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, then Vamana, then Nrsimha, then other 2, 3. I am the first one called Vasudeva. Osmi. So Satvatam Navamurtinam Adimurtinam. That means what? One Lord only in these 9 forms he expresses in the world. He is expressing, and depending on requirement in different places, he becomes active and does the required thing. All these are the things which will be understood by us only when we go beyond what is happening sthula, when we go beyond our own sthula. Because they're all happening in the sukshma jagat. When we evolve to that level, we can see the presence of Lord in this Navamurti Rupa and doing the maintenance of the entire universe. Hmm. Varaha, Vamana, Narasimha, Hayagriva. One more is roop of the Lord. Anyway, so Satatam Navamurtinam Adimurtinam Para. हो गया. Now says Vishwavasaho Purva Chittihi Gandharvapsarasamaham. Among Gandharvas, I am Vishwavasaho. So there it says Gandharvanam Chitrarataha. Siddhanam Kapilo Munin Gita. Here for a change it says among the Gandharvas I am Vishwavasu Gandharva. Gandharva Loka is there. Yaksha, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Siddhacharana, all these lokas are there. Sukshma worlds. Not what you see, like all ants are talking. They don't know there's a human life and human beings and human interactions. They can never know because their ability of mind intellect is only up to that level. We kill the mosquito saying that it is taking our khun. It doesn't know that somebody human being is there, it is khun. It gets a smell, goes there and it takes it. उनको मनुष्य लोग है ऐसा नहीं पता होता. In a way, we living our life at this gross level of human interactions only will never be able to apprehend the presence of those lokas. Either we have to become very high level evolved yogis or do all such sadhana that we ourselves are taken into those subtle lokas realms. Some of them have the deha there, some of them only sukshma deha, some of them are given freedom to take deha whenever they want, in whatever the form. Like that, the evolved jivas are there. And all of them are again seeking ultimate perfection only. Like in the human life, there are highly evolved Mahatmas are there. Just no spirituality starting people are there. Highly criminal also are there. Three things. That extreme, this extreme and central thing. There's no comparison for Mahatma who is in deep meditation on the truth and to a criminal. There's no comparison only. It's totally different, different. एक मनुष्य लोक में ही इतने लोक अंतरता है. In the same way, these are all the people. So, Gandharvanam Vishwavasuhu Mehu. Now, Arjuna and Uddhava are more familiar with them, therefore, those vibhutis are appealing to them. But we are new to all the subject. So, we have to be told. So, Vishwavasu stories must be there in some or the other Purana. If among Gandharvas you are Chitra Vishwavasu, what about other Gandharva? अरे यार आई मैं ही सब हूँ अब आगे आएगा बात. Don't jump into the final step. Step by step, you move. Train yourself to accept my presence in the vibhutis. Then slowly you only will evolve to accept everything as Him alone. Once that comes to us, that everything is Parama, then all the mind's drama of troubling us goes away. Till that time, the mind will rule our life. It will project, it will create, it will imagine, it will create havoc. That's it. And we are in that uh, jail of the mind, even that we don't know now. मन नामक जेल में हम सब कैद हैं, इस बात को भी हम नहीं स्वीकार सकते. Because we are not objectified the mind yet. When you objectify and see it, then you know we are jailed by our own mind in its own all non-positive things. Anyway, Gandharvana Vishwaso, then Apsarasam Purva Chittihi. So many Apsaras are there. Apsarae, Apsaras. They're all divine beings. Please, when you listen about Ramba, Urshi, Menaka, Tilottama and all, Don't think negative about them. They're all in their own place doing their own work. To be in Indraloka itself is a Mahapunya, no? Ah, listening to one or two story, don't come to conclusion in any non-positive manner. They're all divine beings. Through them, some work is happening for the gross and subtler universe always. Therefore, that Purva Chitti Apsara among Amsaras I am. And Apsaranam, what is that? Is not coming. Gita में ये वाला विभूति नहीं है. Aksharanam Akarosmi he said, but Apsaranam he did not say. So Purva Chitti Apsara भगवान का ही व्यक्तीकरण है. Clear? Now comes next one. Bhudharanam aham stairyam. Bhudharanam means भूमि जिनको धारणा करती है. Called as big, big mountains. See, for hundreds and thousands of years, those mountains stand. Many times rains come, many times in the heat and cold winds, कुछ भी होता रहता है, लेकिन कितना strong वो mountain होते हैं. And that mountain's strongness, which sustains the mountain, because of which so many benefits are there for all jiva, उसमें जो स्थिरता है, स्थैर्यम, it is me. If that sthirata in mountain is withdrawn, it just become powder only in a moment's time. So Bhudaranam Stairyamaham. And you and I, living in big towns, know very less about it. But if you go to the outskirts of big towns, into those Himalayan ranges or hill regions, you can see the Bhudaras, their size, dekho, the strength, dekho, baapre, baapre. And just standing there, the sthirata in them. It is me. Bhudaranam stairyam aham. Then gandhamatram aham bhuvaha. Now slowly all the indriyas, tanmatras, Bhagavan starts saying, gandhamatram aham bhuvaha. Means of this bhumata or bhudevi or bhumi or prithvi, the cause of this bhuvi came from that tanmatra called as gandham. That gandha tanmatra मैं ही हूँ. Mutual combination and gratification of the tanmatras expressing as this Stula Pancha Mahabhut. All of them have come from tanmatra. So on the Prithvi, I am Gandha Tanmatra. That is in Punyo Gandha Prithvyam cha in 7th chapter Gita में कहते हैं. So यहाँ Gandhamatram aham bhuvaha. Generally also when you smell that earth, when you go to those villages and all, बारिश के समय में जो मिट्टी में पानी गिरकर पहला वाला जो स्मेल आता है ना, दैट्स रियली गुड बिकॉज आवर नोज एंजॉयस इट एंड आवर बॉडी आल्सो केम फ्रॉम दैट. इन सब कारणों से सो गंध तन्मात्रा मैं हूँ. देन अपाम रसश्च in bhumi, the cause of bhumi, the gandha tanmatra is me. So to apam in the waters, the cause of the stula water called as the rasa tanmatra, that also is me. That means what? Wherever we are smelling and tasting, we are smelling and tasting God only. It's just we have to believe it. It's only a fact. Sir, so a bhakta, oh Bhagavan, you came in the form of this taste to entertain me, in the form of this smell to give me that pleasure. You have taken that form of taste and smell for my sake, oh Lord. How can I thank you? Is it not? See, the whole mind's orientation changes, and it is a correct orientation. Is it not? Bhagavan, as a sun giving light, as a moon giving the rays, as the oceans giving the stability, as rivers giving livelihood. Shab dekho. These are all in Upanishad mentioned in a higher, subtler manner. The Lord, when He created all dehas. And in that, when the jivas entered, for the sake of their survival, Bhagavan has created all the annam. Anna means things required for survival. Created means Himself came as that. याद रखना है, कोई भी हम अनुभव कर रहे हैं वस्तुओं का, उनमें भगवान ही है. When I taste it, the taste is him, rasatanmatra. Okay? Then Tejishtanam Vibhavasuho. Among all the Tejishta, the fires, I am that Rupa Tanmatra, or the fire in all the fiery things. Vibhavasuho means the fire. Vibhavasu. Vasu means stays. Bha means prakasha. V means vividha rupena. The one who stays in so many forms. Tejishtanam Vibhavasuhu. Wherever the fire is there, in that fire element, it is me. It is called technically Rupa Tanmatra se Agni आया है, Gandha Tanmatra se Prithvi, Rasa Tanmatra se Jala. Okay. Then Prabha Surya Indu Tarana. Surya, Lord Sun, Indu Chandrama, Tara Nakshatra. The Prabha is me. You know, remember, means what? The pervasiveness of Lord is up to the level of all Tarakas. Now, how many Tara are there? Some say there are 10 billion galaxies. How many? 10 billion galaxies. Galaxies, भैया, फिर एक एक गैलेक्सी में how many Milky Ways are there? In each Milky Way, how many solar systems are there? In each solar system, how many planets are there? देखो, it's mind blowing. Mind blowing, they're all the Srishti, देखो. The astronomers, they send telescopes. Up, भेजो. There is no end to it. It will go and find do tin tare. But the chamak in the tara, and it has its own influence on the earth. Please remember, we are all mutually connected, related, and star only is the one which is giving us strength at all levels of personality. नक्षत्र शक्ति ही हमारे पास आता है पूरा. मन को चंद्रमा से आएगा, बुद्धि को सूर्य से आएगा, और देहेंद्रियों को शक्ति नक्षत्रों से आता है, ऐसा कहते हैं. So the tejas in the stars, in the moonlight, and also in the sun, the light, it is me. Prabha Surya Indu Tarana. Then Shabdoham Navasaha Paraha. I am the Shabda Tanmatra in the Akasha. From the Shabda Tanmatra, this is Akasha. And these are all non-catchable to us. That science we didn't study. Commit karo 4-5 janam, सिर्फ ऐसे आध्यात्मिक पढ़ेंगे, then those higher things that are there, subtler things that are there, they start revealing to us. In this way शब्दों नवसः परः हो गया. एक और श्लोक देखेंगे आज. ब्रह्मण्यानां बलिरहम. देखो, अरे ब्रह्मण्य मीन्स ब्राह्मणों के का आदर और सेवा करने वालों में. The one who does service and respect to Brahmanas, he says, I am Bali. Bali to actually Rakshasa hai. He is Rakshasa in general, but particularly he has a great devotion to Brahman. Knowing that only Bhagavan Narayana went in a Brahmana Vatu Rupa in that Bhavana Avatara to Bali Raja. Brahmanyanam Baliraham. I tell you, just like so many good qualities we have and one bad is there, it troubles us. So too, few bad we may have, but one or good quality that protects us. Focus on good qualities more and more. Raja Bali is very respectful, reverential towards Brahmanas. Manyanam Balihi Aham. The Lord directly experienced it. When he went in the Vamana Avatara, he asked where from he came, what he wanted, all, and without any doubt, hesitation. See, his own Guru, Shukracharya, said, Mat karo, the Vishnu only in this form. He will take away everything from you. देखो, his Brahmana Bhakti, that he denied his Guru's words. Guru ने कहा सब कुछ जाएगा, तुम्हारे को जाने दो, और गया भी. But remember that Brahmanya tha, Brahmana Bhakti rewarded him that he became the head of the Rasatala and he will be the Indra in the next Yuga. That is how Bali will be. He is blessed by the Narayana Bhagavan. Bali Raja. That's why all Kerala people do the Puja of Baliji on Onam or some festival. No? Brahmanyana Baliram and Balidanam. Famous, is it not? Bali gave his own danam. Therefore, Balidan is ultimate. देश के अपने बलिदान करते हैं प्राणों का. All those words from Bali only. So Brahmanyana Bali Aham, then Veera Nama Aham Arjuna. There he said Pandavanam Dhananjaya. Here he says, among the Veeras, I am Arjuna. Arjuna's power, Veerata. Is it not? Invincible, great. He is one of Narayana, Karana Janma. तो भगवान अर्जुन ही है, अर्जुन भगवान ही है. So he said, I am among bhaktas, you Uddhava, Bhagavateshu. But in Veeras, I am Arjuna. Then comes a Bhutanam Sthiti Utpatti Aham Vai Pratisankrama. I am of all the beings, Sthiti, Sthitikala, Utpatti, creation, Pratisankrama, dissolution. Sarganam Adirantasya Madhyam Sevaham Arjuna. That is what in Gita. Here he says, Bhutanam sthiti utpatti aham vai pratisankramaha. Means what? Srushti of the beings, when it is happening, the Srushti is him. You can understand it many ways. He himself with his own Maya Shakti, himself is becoming like that. Bhagavan with his Maya Shakti of Rajoguna, himself appears as creation. Bhagavan with his own Maya Shakti of Sattva maintains himself. Bhagavan maintains the creation which is his own self. Bhagavan himself with his Tamoguna, he removes or takes away all the forms and dissolves everything. Now, these all the higher things will be appreciated by us when we get that intellectual stamina through purity, through devotion, through prayer, through variety of upasanas. Else they will be very heavy, non-understandable, unacceptable. So, आज कोई भजन कीर्तन सुना दो, कोई कहानी सुना दो. Tell me that Sudama Krishna story, how both of them cried. That's good at one level. But then, to be able to conceive or understand all that, we have to have the higher brains. Now, there are wonderful slokas, especially the last 5, 6. We will try to see them in our next tomorrow's class. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. बोल श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Okay. Yeah, some people must be waiting for Kumbhakarna, so we will go. Please come back for Rama.